our next speaker has to go right now. She has something at 12:30, but she just had to, she just couldn't miss this, because wherever there is North Korean human rights issues, you will see her. The Laos night, you will see her. The repatriation of the North Korean refugees in China, you will see her. Our next speaker needs no introduction, Suzanne Scholte.
Yeah, actually, the event I have to go to is the annual Captive Nations luncheon meeting, which is where we meet to discuss the 5 remaining nations that are still captives of communism, North Korea being one of them. But I want to thank you all so much for this opportunity. I'm going to be very brief. I want to thank Pastor Peter Sun and Sam Kim and KCC for their tremendous efforts on behalf of North Korea's freedom. And I also want to recognize Pastor Peter Sun's big brother, who is very beloved by all of us here in the Washington, D.C. metro area. All the people of Pilgrim Community Church have been so wonderful to the North Koreans that have resettled here, as well as all of us involved in the human rights movement here. Thank you to KCC for bringing an army to the Capitol Hill today, an army of pastors and young people. You inspire and you strengthen us. Last night we had at the prayer vigil, I mentioned my deep appreciation for the parents of all of you young people who to me have taught you all a very important lesson, that we have to use our own God-given freedoms to fight for those that have none. And no people are more suffering and lacking freedom than the people of North Korea. Now is the time to do all we can to free the people of North Korea, to pressure the Kim Jong-un regime to open to reform. And unless we are the voice of the voiceless, as KCC has called us to do, this regime will continue to jail hundreds and thousands of men, women, and children in political prison camps, continue to send assassins to kill South Korean Christians in China, continue to snatch orphans, risking their lives to find freedom in South Korea, and continue to torture, imprison, and execute those who try to escape. Thanks to Congressman Ed Royce and Elliot Engel, we have an important piece of legislation that to me is even more important than the North Korea Human Rights Act, and that is H.R. 1771. We must cut off the sources of funding to this regime that gives Kim Jong-un free rein to persecute and enslave the North Korean people. Through H.R. 1771, North Korea can find a way forward to join the community of nations through enacting basic reforms to improve the lives of North Koreans. And now, this must be done to stop this rogue regime from their activities. In closing, I want to thank you so much for being here to help work for the passage of this legislation. After working on this issue for 17 years, I absolutely believe that the people of North Korea want to see change come to their country. But why have we seen no change? Because they have lost their voices after 65 years of living under a brutal dictatorship, 3 successive Kim dictatorships. We must be their voice. Thank you so much. God bless KCC, and let's continue this fight until North Korea is free. Chayu Bakan.
And Suzanne would like to present you as a speaker on behalf, but for you, we will follow you as you speak on behalf of the voiceless. Thank you.